Oh, welcome to the...
Do you know the oldest line in America, Senator?
Wait, no, we can't talk about...
Okay.
We can't talk about that movie.
No spoilers.
He says it twice, though.
Twice.
Anyways, welcome to this first, and probably last, episode of Fan Fiction Reading. I'm Dominic. What's your name, little boy?
I'm Big Cheese.
He's Big Cheese, and today we're reading fan fictions from the interwebs. Let's get started!
There are two categories for fan fiction. Number one, Sonic fan fiction. Number two, Shrek fan fiction.
So there are two stories in each category. So two Sonic stories in category 1 and two Shrek stories in category 2. Now in order to speed things up so we don't have to read 4 whole fan fictions, we're using this coin. So in category 1, if it lands on heads, we're reading the first Sonic fan fiction. If it lands on tails, we're reading the second.
And no matter which side it lands on, we always lose. Head.
We don't do that yet.
Okay.
In the Sonic category, we have these two stories. On the head side of the coin, we have The Faker by Quantum 27. And on the tail side, we have Sonic the Faker by PlayStation 14. He's a personal hero for PlayStation 14. Very popular. Let's get started! Which side is it?
Tail.
Sonic
the Faker!
Let's go!
Now we're reading the description. It is discovered that Geralt Robotnik actually escaped the Ark 50 years ago before the attack.
Noah's Ark?
I don't know.
Oh.
What is it? This is something to do with Sonic.
Okay. I just got out of Batman v Superman where everything is religious, so,
Yeah, okay.
So forgive me. Go ahead.
Before the attack, and with that discovery, Sonic discovers his true past to Sonic and Shadow have more in common than they could have ever imagined.
They're both heads.
Sequel up!
Sequel up?
That's what it says.
This is a sequel? Huh?
What?
I found you, Faker.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's not even a good...
You might wanna-
That's not even a good description. The title of this story sounds like it's kind of mean towards Sonic. Oh well. I came up with the story when I realized, hey, they all say Shadow is related to Sonic, but why can't it be the other way around?
What?
That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, is Shadow's related to Sonic, but Sonic's not related to Shadow?
They have to be related. If Shadow's related to Sonic, it can be the other way around. It's just the way that you say it.
What is...
And no one even
Sonic
says that!
lore goes way back.
Oh, Sonic lore is a very deep lore. I should have realized that. Let me continue. Disclaimer. If I owned Sonic and Co., then I would not be writing this right now.
Wow.
Fair enough. I guess this isn't the owner of Sonic and Company that's writing this. PlayStation 14 does not own Sonic. I'm already getting bored. Cheese, you wanna read?
Now starting chapter 1, in the location of Christmas Island.
Ooh, I feel invested.
The time, 15 or 16 years ago. Depends on how old you think Sonic is, since it's not official.
He's not in his 40s.
Journal entry number 890.
Oh, we have to read all 890 journal entries? That sounds great!
No. Those fools still think they've captured the real me on Prison Island, and that I've been dead for 3 years now. What?
Christmas Island. Is that where Santa lives?
Oh, on Prison Island.
Oh!
What? There's a Prison Island? Oh. But they have underestimated me. The great Geralt Robotnik.
Is that his first name?
I guess so.
We're not gonna make it very far into this.
Well, what they don't know is that I had found out they would kill everybody on the Ark one day before they actually did. Sonic killed people?
What?
I didn't know he killed people.
I don't play the game, so I don't know.
I quickly made a clone of myself and planned to take Maria. Who's Maria?
It's probably a bad-looking CGI rodent.
And the shadow was me to escape. However, I could not make a clone of Maria and Shadow. The cloning machine needed at least 36 hours to be able to
Sonic
recharge.
has a cloning
and
machine?
clone again? I knew that if Gun found out
Gun?
that both
Wait, where are
Shadow
you?
and Maria were gone,
You're making this up. I don't
they
even
would
see
know
this.
I had escaped. It was the hardest decision I had ever made. It's an acronym or something. It's GLAN.
Oh.
I have no idea.
This is actually probably a real character's name in Sonic lore. I wouldn't be surprised. This is coming from a franchise that has a guy named Geralt Robotnik. Isn't Geralt a type of rock?
I don't think so.
Insert stock footage picture here of Geralt.
That's not a rock, I'm pretty sure. Go on, read it.
But I also remembered what my father used to say to me all the time. No pain, no gain.
No.
I decided to leave Maria and Shadow on the Ark and escape by myself to this island, bringing to me all the necessary things. I almost wanted to commit suicide! Is this Sonic speaking, or is this us after watching Dawn of...
Geralt Robotnik's journal entry number 890.
Oh wait, this is being narrated by Geralt Robotnik?
Yeah. You didn't pay attention to the first paragraph?
No, I haven't been paying attention. I didn't realize that.
That's the only part he picked up on.
I'm glad that you're invested in the story. When I saw through the hidden cameras how they just murdered my dear sweet Maria without giving it a second thought, and Shadow, poor Shadow, I knew he would never be the same again. When I saw them killing Maria, only one thought went through my head.
Oh.
I had killed
that's not how it
Maria.
works.
What's happening? He said they killed Maria. Who killed Maria?
I got it. I thought about my father's words again. I had gone through the pain, and now it was time to gain.
Oh, I get it!
It's already happened, and there's nothing I could do to change it.
Change it. Shut up. Should we start reading in accents?
Oh no.
What does a guy named Geralt Robotnik sound like?
I don't know.
Continue.
Through my nano camera bots, I saw the real me that they've captured on Prison Island. What the? Slowly going insane and plot revenge.
Hang on, can we check really fast how many chapters are in this thing? Oh!
6 chapters.
I'm not gonna... What are they named? Chapter 2, What's Wrong with Sonic's Friends?
Chapter 3, you can run but you can't hide.
That sounds great. Back to Christmas Island for Chapter 4.
Chapter 5 is Family Reunion.
And Chapter 6.
What?
The adventure
Oh,
is all beginning.
Oh,
We're not
boy.
reading any more of this.
Oh, we got...
No, we are. Let's go to Chapter 3 and move things along a bit. Chapter 3. Here we go.
We skipped ahead.
Last time on... Oh, wait, there's a recap? Last time on Sonic the Faker. He created a second ultimate light bulb. And that light bulb is... Sonic! Shadow finished Tails' sentence for him.
What?
A look of pure horror on his face. Chapter 3. You can run, but you can't hide. But this time hide is spelled with only one eye. Come again? Sonic asked.
Oh.
Not fully understanding what Shadow just said.
Ooh.
Oh, are you reading ahead? Or are you just moaning in pain about what we've read so far?
No, I'm reading ahead.
Don't read ahead! Sonic, you are just like Shadow, an experiment created by Geralt.
Is this canon?
Yes. Created by Geralt Robotnik, Tails explained slowly, confusion etched around his face.
Oh. Oh.
And As if he had just learned the fact himself, Amy let out an unnecessarily dramatic sob.
I don't understand anything at all.
Sonic looked confused for a moment. Then his face slowly split into a grin.
Oh, I thought it was gonna split in two.
That would have been great. That'd be a great ending. I'll give the story this. I can already understand it more than I understood Dawn of Soap.
Yeah,
Dawn of Justice.
I never knew what was going on in that for the most part.
You guys are serious, aren't you?
Nice one, guys.
Oh.
I didn't know you guys had it in you, especially Knucklehead. But you can't pull a prank on the master of pranks. No matter how hard you try.
Oh.
I have to make Sonic sound cool and edgy.
That did sound pretty cool and edgy.
Sonic said, striking a heroic... Sonic! Knuckles yelled in frustration. Don't you get it? We're not screwing around here. You were created by Geralt Robotnik. Just like Shadow was. Shut up.
Oh.
In fact, he used Shadow's DNA to create you. Sonic's grin slowly disappeared, replaced by confusion again. You guys are serious, aren't you? Sonic asked carefully. Knuckles sighed. Sonic, do I look like the type of person to pull pranks? Well, no. But you guys are really serious, Sonic asked again. Yeah! Oh! Tails, Knuckles, Rogue, Amy, and Cream responded at the same time. Shadow was still just standing there staring into space.
Sonic slowly frowned as he finally started to realize what was going on.
Oh.
He looked at Tails, Knuckles, Cream, Rogue, and Amy, searching each one of their faces for a hint that they might be
For
pulling
the
a...
fastest creature alive, it sure took him a while to figure it out.
It took the entire top half of this chapter to figure it out.
I haven't even figured it out.
I don't know what's going on!
I found you.
Finally, he slowly turned his gaze to Shadow, and Shadow did the same.
No.
They stared at each other for what seemed like an eternity.
This is gonna be Sonic versus Shadow, Dawn of Sega.
We can only hope.
No.
Both their brains were spinning, metaphorically. Maybe. Yet not working at the same time.
What?
Sonic slowly looked down at each one of his own two hands, his brows frowning as if he had got tackled by a hard math question. It's awfully specific. Without any warning whatsoever, he ran away, leaving a sonic boom!
Whoa! Cue the Sonic Boom title! Now he suddenly learned that he was created, just like Shadow. This was just too much. He was a fake.
Oh! I get it!
An experiment. And worst of all, he's a clone.
Oh.
Clone of who?
Of a bigger Sonic? A Sonic?
Big Sonic!
Did you know that a hedgehog only has a lifespan of like 8 years? So by now,
Should
Sonic should have been dead like 8 times over.
You came out, Shadow,
Sonic sighed.
and make fun of me all you want.
Why?
What do you mean, make fun of me? Shadow asked carefully. Sonic glared at Shadow angrily, no longer able to hide his anger, and said in a harsh tone,
I was the faker all along, wasn't I? Sure you weren't also created, but your DNA didn't come from a hedgehog, are you? I'm just a pathetic clone!
This makes me want to play a Sonic game.
You got it.
How much longer is this chapter? Oh my gosh! This ad for the new Hyundai Santa Fe Sport looks more interesting.
Oh, mine's different. Mine is a League of Angels. I have to choose one between Glacia, Loreola, and Bodicia. And I can play for free.
We can all play League of Angels for free. Let's get League of Angels now. This episode was sponsored by League of Angels. Oh, we've already made it to the final chapter. How did that happen? I guess we're just really fast readers. Anyways, sorry for the long delay. One word, school. Anyways, okay, maybe add laziness to that. This is such an inventive story. Anyways, the final and longest chapter is here. And the first half of this chapter just shows what happens 1 month later. But the second half, plot twist, Yep, a plot twist that will lead to my sequel. Hope you guys enjoy this last chapter. There's another one of these out there. Shadow and Sonic turned to where Sonic was staring and saw Tails snickering silently to himself.
Oh god, he's really lost it now.
Tails has lost his mind, apparently. Tails suddenly noticed all three people staring at him, and his face turned red with embarrassment.
Where are we starting?
At the very bottom of the end.
This is the very beginning of this chapter. It says Sonic was surrounded by millions and millions of chili dogs all overflowing what seemed like an infinite amount of space.
I didn't read that! Yeah, I guess not. But your personality is just so different, yet similar to this world's Sonic, Tails said, pointing at Sonic. Sonic shrugged.
Sonic?
Sonic's a character.
Where?
You should know, we read this entire fanfiction from front to back.
Oh yes, we did.
Speaking of skipping things, here's the end. Don't worry, Shad. It's a nickname for Shadow. I'll have to remember that. Don't worry, Shad. I won't be as dumb as Sony?
Sonic.
Oh, Sonic. I didn't get it. They're adding character names. Before he had time to finish his sentence, though, sparks of electricity suddenly flew out of Sonic's device, making him cry out loud and drop the device, which in turn glowed a brilliantly white glow. I'm noticing a lot of repetition. That's a creative.
Alliteration.
It's alliteration. Anyway, without any warning, the white light expanded, covering Sonic, and Shad before any of them could react. Tails was standing further away. The light was so bright that Tails had to cover his eyes. Sonic! Shadow! Sonic! Tails yelled while shielding his eyes. No response came. And everyone died.
After what seemed like an hour to Tails, the light abruptly disappeared along with the three hedgehogs. Is it or is it not the end?
Is it or is it not?
Now, here's some author notes.
Oh, there's... okay.
Duh, of course it's not. It isn't the end. Okay, so I'm planning to write a sequel, obviously. However, the sequel will be quite different from the story. But it is an official sequel nonetheless. It will be much longer.
So this will be canon to the Sonic storyline?
20 chapters or something.
Does it say that?
Yeah, it says it'll be much longer, like 20 chapters.
20 chapters! For our Shrek portion, heads will be the return of Farquaad, while tails will be the demise of the gingerbread man. Both of them sound pretty good. So let's go ahead and lose. Heads.
Return of Farquaad.
Yeah.
I was hoping it wouldn't be that one.
The return of Farquaad. The description says what Shrek 2 would be like if Farquaad could get out of the dragon. And there's not even a period. We're in for a real treat. Oh my gosh. This is it. There's no other chapters.
Really?
Yeah. We'll actually probably read all of this. We won it! We get the jackpot!
Yeah. Cut that out.
I'll totally cut that out. Disclaimer. I don't own any of this. It's not mine. So this
What? You wrote it!
Oh, he stole this bad fan fiction? That's a little weird. A/N.
What is that?
I don't know. This is my first fan fiction, so be nice, or else I will cry.
It actually says that.
Yeah, it actually says that. We'll show it on the screen.
No, we won't.
We don't have enough money in the budget to show that on the screen. Anyways, and then review, or else I will bawl like a baby, and you won't like me like that.
Oh my gosh.
Chapter 1, the only chapter, coming out. Well, this dragon can't live forever. Now can it? There's no question mark. I will just wait it out in its stomach, eating what it eats. Yes, that is what I will do. Starve it to death? So food goes down its dragon throat and he eats it. So the dragon can't get nutrients from it. But wouldn't the dragon eat things that are too big for a tiny little man to eat? Why hasn't the dragon digested the tiny little man named Farquaad?
Definitely would have been a better villain than Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. What's up with Shrek having short villains? Rumpelstiltskin is short, the fairy godmother is just a little old lady, and Farquaad is just a tiny little man. Shrek just beats up little people. Shrek's racist against short people. If it can't get any food, it will die. That's clever. Wait, maybe I can tickle it. He calmed down enough to pluck the feather out of his hat and begin to tickle the dragon's large stomach. Instantly, the ground underneath him began to shake wildly, and he was tossed about. The decaying flesh and skeleton's throat.
Wait, where are you?
I'm halfway through the first paragraph where Farquaad is stabbing the dragon's throat.
He began stabbing the way that he thought was up through the dragon. They would never show this in Shrek.
Yeah, I don't think this is very child-friendly, to be honest.
Where the second that his sword was high enough, the usual rhythmic pace of the dragon. Breathing was cut off.
Oh.
He held it there for... What? He held it there for 3 hours till he was sure the dragon was dead. Then boom! He was thrown down with incredible force, but he was cut off by his own realization of what had just happened. Well, he said aloud to the skeleton, that dragon was at a very high altitude. Farquaad at once began boring a hole through the dragon's thick hide. While he worked, he thought about what life at the castle and the kingdom just be like now that
They had
no ruler for almost 2 years. Whoa, I never thought of that. I mean, what did happen?
Yeah, I mean, Duloc probably fell to shambles. Thugs stealing slippers and other terrible, terrible things probably happened. Gangs rioting all over the place, kingdom falling apart, robberies, I mean... Yeah, we need to comment on this. He's making a very good point. He needs to direct the next Shrek film. He needs to direct to make sure that people know what they're talking about with the next Duloc film. He's making fun of all the Shrek film.
Won't let it win. Won't let it win.
Meanwhile, back at the swamp, Shrek and Fiona were celebrating the birth of their first child. Everyone was there. Donkey Philonis? Who's Philonis? And all the fairy tale creatures. Let's call him Zed.
What? Is that even canon?
That's like the German word for zero.
Pretty sure his kids weren't... None of his kids were named Zed.
Yeah, I don't think that's
So
canon.
So maybe this is...
A parallel universe.
First child is murdered by Farquaad. That's my prediction.
Oh, I hope that's the ending. The ogre woman said, "Oh, I thought you meant donkey." Her green husband Shrek said, "I meant our kid, but donkey needs a name too."
What?
Donkey's name. What's wrong with that? She shot a glance at the crazy, dancing, talking donkey who had been so close to her for their long trek back from the tower. Well, he needs a name too. You got the name Zed, so I think donkey should be called Eddie. Oh, there's quotation marks. After Eddie Murphy.
What's wrong with donkey? Hey, Windwax, what's wrong with the name Donkey?
Yeah, Windwax, what are you doing? You're ruining the beloved character of Donkey. That's a great name! No, it's not.
Shut...
Fiona stated, giving Shrek a peck on the cheek.
Oh, God.
Hoi, Donkey! Come over here!
Where are you?
Hoi, Donkey! Come over here! So we can have a name for you. Yeah, unless you already have a name that is... No, not at all. I've always just been called Donkey, he said, with a hint of disgust in his voice. I guess I didn't read that close to character. He has disgusted. Donkey's disgusted by this. Well, what is it? What? We have decided on Eddie. Shouldn't Donkey have a say in what his own name is?
Can I read from here?
Sure. Yeah, take it. Take the rest away.
Just then there was a sonic boom!
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh, there's a parallel between both stories! Sonic has changed dimensions!
That sent a shockwave and knocked everyone over at the whole party. What were they partying?
The baby's birthday.
Oh,
Pay
boy.
attention! What were you texting?
Nobody took notice of the loud crash that knocked everyone over except for Shrek. What?
Is everyone blind and deaf?
He sat down wondering what could have made it and made a mental note to look for any trees that might have fell over, although there was no wind at the time.
It's okay. You got this.
Author's note.
There's an author's note.
Sorry, bad acting to a chapter, but I'm going to be to the beach soon.
Wait, this is the end?
I just wanted to get it back, to get it up quick. So R&R, what does that mean?
I don't know. This guy, he's making up fake anagrams.
Author's other note, please excuse any spelling errors due to the author's severe case of spelling stupidity. Is that...
His severe case of SS. This guy just loves condensing paragraphs. I bet he invented the word shad.
I know that was an exact copy of KT. What's KT?
This makes no sense.
But that is too bad and you can't see... What? Sue me.
Let's sue him.
See the disclaimer above. N-A. No, boo.
What a way to end the Shrek story. Gee, calm down. Calm down, man.
No.
So that's over. Time for our review of both stories. Are there things we liked? Are there things we disliked? Yes.
Yes.
Cheese, what did you like about these stories?
Nothing.
Same thing. Okay, if you had to pick one story that was better than the other one, would it be the Sonic? You really would pick Sonic?
I don't know. Well, the Return of Farquaad was definitely much shorter, lackadaisical ending, I'd say.
Yeah, it had the most abrupt ending
But
ever. It was at least short.
I liked the gruesome,
The gruesome dragon killing scene.
That would never happen.
Where he like holds the sword in place for 3 solid hours.
Yep.
It sounds like a horror fest.
Who wrote that?
Zack Snyder. Who also made a horror fest as of late.
Batman vs. Superman.
Come on, step it up!
I guess if I had to pick one, I'd also pick Sonic, whatever. I did like the Farquaad one since it was so short, but it did have a really unsatisfying ending, and it was just so short. Like, did you really not have time to finish something that, it ended up being a little over 300 words maybe, I'll have to check on that, but school can only get in the way so much.
So he was going to the beach.
Yeah, apparently he's been at the beach since, how long? I just checked, he's been at the beach for 13 years!
He's really disappointing his fans.
Yeah. Finish your chapters.
Widow Wax?
Come on, step it up!
Yeah, Widowak.
That was his name.
What a stupid name and what a stupid story. You lose this episode. You get the metaphorical axe. I guess that's the end of this episode. Anything you want to say?
No.
Yep, same here. See ya!
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
So we just looked up Maria Robotnik. She was a granddaughter of Professor Geralt Robotnik and consequently a cousin of Dr. Eggman. Thought that... Never mind. Living on the space colony Ark with her grandfather during his work on Project Shadow. Maria became friends with the Professor's creation Shadow the Hedgehog, as well as the GUN commander. It was all...
PlayStation 14 really does control Sonic and Sega.